Hey y'all, and happy Wednesday waffle. I know it's Friday. But yeah, I'm here, I'm alive, I'm well, I feel good. And you know what? My new semester actually just started yesterday, and we are doing this thing, right? I actually need to see my book to see what it's called. But it's like a group meeting. That's what it's called, group meeting. And when someone asks us, how are you? Like good and fine are just not acceptable answers, because what is good and what is fine? So it's like when I thought about that, it was just like, okay, I cannot say I'm good and fine anymore, and neither should you. So how I feel today, I feel excited, I feel nervous, I feel joyful. And all of those things come from, so my new semester just started. I am now officially in my last year of grad school. And it's going to be, I think, one of the toughest years, I believe, because now I'm doing my internship, which is where I'm actually going to be meeting with actual therapy clients, writing the notes, being watched by a supervisor, now having to practice theories and things like that. So I'm really, really nervous about it. Even though I'm doing my internship at my current work site, it's still a little nervous because like I'm being a different person. And as a case manager, you do have a space to be, kind of have a special relationship with your clients, but I'm now stepping into a new role where I'm now confronting things, challenging things, digging deeper in things, and kind of using the skills that I've learned up to this point to facilitate the conversation. So it's just going to be a lot of work. I'm starting practicum, which is like kind of pre-internship, or it's internship with less hours that we have to do. So I went to my first class last night. It's a lot of work. And then I also have another class, research, and I think the last project at the end of that will be like a 20-page paper or a proposal, something like that. So it's going to be like a really busy summer, and now I do have to start really organizing myself in a way, because I know that sometimes procrastination and all the other things that come along with that, it's not going to fly by in this current time, in my life, and I really got to get it together. Like I've been saying that, but I really, really got to get it together. Yeah. So other than that, this week, I think the 28th was the anniversary of my father's passing. I wasn't really sad that day. It's been 10 years now, and I do miss my father. But I think I prefer maybe the birthday rather than the day that, he passed away. And there's someone else in this friend group, I won't mention the name, whose father, I believe, anniversary is the day after mine. So I'm just wishing you well, on your journey on living life, every day without him. But I will say that I know that he's proud of me. My goal was to become a social worker, a master's level social worker in a hospital, but working in my field of case management, very early on, I decided that that's not what I wanted to do. And before my father passed, he told me that he was proud of me, like in the other things that I was doing with the jump rope and things like that, even though, he kind of forgave me for not pursuing that social work degree. But here I am, I'm back in school, and I'm pursuing something close to what I wanted to do. I have worked in the field for a very long time, and I am taking a role of going into therapy and counseling. So, I just feel very, very, very proud, and I know that I am making him proud, and yeah, I'm just not going to be sad, even though I wish, he was still here. So what else has been going on? Oh, I think 2 weeks ago or last week, I met the dancing weatherman, Nick Cosia. Nobody knows him, but I met him on TikTok, like in the pandemic. And then I forgot where he was working, but then he moved to New York, and he always like dancing in Times Square, whatever. He works for Fox 5. But I ran into him. I saw the statue of the black woman, yes, in Times Square. Woo woo. I don't know how long it's gonna be there, but I think they're gonna remove her in June. So I got a picture with that. And then I saw Dawn Staley, the coach, the women's basketball coach at South Carolina. So I went to a book signing, which was amazing, and she spoke with everyone, took a picture with everyone. Of course, I was all the way on the end, but it was still amazing. Right now, we are into the WNBA season. So I don't know, for those of you that do not know, like, I became like a fan of the WNBA, so that's kind of my thing. Now, how am I gonna be able to squeeze in watching the games with like like school right now? I don't know, because also I'm studying for a comprehensive counselor examination, and my final project for my practicum class is actually taking a practice exam and submitting the score. So I gotta study that. A little bit of struggling with the whole teenage things. I got the two, the big teenage and then the small teenage, and they just working me, testing me, trying me, but it is what it is. I love my kids. And you know what's so funny? Like, I remember like being raised in church and how people used to like talk bad about their kids, intentionally, not intentionally, but they would be like, yeah, the devil using my kids, and da 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 da, and da 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 da, and yeah, like I think about that, and it's horrible, like from the outside looking in, okay, because I don't want to offend anybody that's kind of still in that mode, but I just really think of the things that parents said about their kids, and it's hurtful, and I'm glad that I've never had to put myself in a situation to say those things about my kids or mess up my relationship with my kids because of trying to follow this thing here. Like, it really hurts my heart because I was partly damaged by it as well. Oh God, I feel it. Oh, don't cry. But yeah, my kids, they're just doing the things that kids do. And all the time it's not a happy thing, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You just roll with the punches, and I will continue my gentle parenting methods and hoping that, they just make good decisions, because I'm not going to be there like forever or around to be able to guide decisions and things like that. Like, I know my oldest son, he's right now navigating certain decisions, and all I could do was support him, and he wanted me to kind of do the talking for him, and it's like, sir, you're going to be 18 and soon, and you have to learn how to look at situations, take the pros and cons, talk to people that you trust, and come up with the best decision. Like, I can't talk to these people for you in this kind of situation, so ultimately you have to make that decision. So I'm just kind of working through that and trying to train him up, because I do have to send him out into the world. And like Memorial Day, my son marched his last parade with the marching band for school, which we do every year in Bay Ridge, which was amazing. And I also talked with some of the parents whom were their last parades because their kids are graduating. So that was nice. And it's so funny, one of the parents told me that how their child, I guess, had turned 18 like in January. And as soon as that happened, like, they kicked her off the medical app and everything. It was just like, oh my God, like the reality. So I'm going to be facing that reality like in January, which is insane. My first son's going to be 18. I can't believe I did it. But that's that. As far as me personally, it's kind of the same old work. Try to get to the gym. My kids, now school again. Oh, I did meet my friend Jumpin' Jackson. Like, he came up from Cali. Like, he's about to go to Paris, but he literally flew into New York just to see me, just to like jump up with me for a few minutes. And that was amazing. Like, yeah, I